Guys, I've been mentioning it the last couple days. My sleep schedule entirely ruined, bro. Entirely ruined, and it's messing up everything that I got going on. And also, why is my camera angle so different? I can see, bro. I'm discombobulated right now. But before I forget, let me get myself promo out the way. Bryce_Estelle on Twitch. I've been streaming every day, and BRS Lives. Okay, I'm gonna put both in the description. But anyways, what's going on, bro? You can see my clothes pile in vivid detail. I'm so confused, and now my so much of my microphone's in view. Like, bro, does this mess everything up? Frankly, I'm losing my marbles here, and I'll tell you how my days usually go. Okay, basically, what I do is I wake up at like 2. I woke up at like 2 p.m. again today, and I have to record my TikToks for the day, and then that's when I sit down, record my YouTube video. Because the thing is, the TikToks are, since I have to post more of them, I need them to be more spaced out, so that's why they take precedent over the YouTube video. But then it's like I get everything done, I start streaming by 7 or 8, somewhere around there, and then I finish the stream maybe around midnight, 1 a.m. maybe, and I'm like, okay, bet, let me go to sleep, because I'm trying to get back on the horse, back on my normal sleeping schedule. But then next thing I know, bro, I wake up, and it's like, no, before that, it's like I can't fall asleep until it starts getting light outside. It's like 4 or 5 a.m. And my thing is, I know if I'm tired, I for sure will not be able to get a YouTube video done, which would be very detrimental. So, I'm like, okay, let me just sleep. But then I end up waking up at 2. I'm like, how does that happen? How do I stop this vicious cycle? Here's my plan, though. Okay, basically, tonight, streaming, get off stream. Before I go to sleep, I'm recording my videos for the next day. Okay, so I can set my alarms up, and then I'll kind of be able to coast for tomorrow at the very least. I'd love to get more done, but like I'm setting the bar low. Not gonna lie, this camera angle truly bothering me. I don't like the full mic being in frame. But let me hold up. Low-key, let me know what you think about that. Or did the camera angle just not even change? I'm leaning back. See how I'm all out of whack right now? But I will say my workload from the beginning of the month to now dropping slightly. Now, mind you, it's not exactly me getting lazy, but I feel like it's me getting a bit sensible, okay, if that's the term I want to use. I'm basically going to explain. On TikTok, they have that whole RPM thing, which, in case you don't know, RPM is like, I don't know, it's like rates per, I don't know what it is, but basically it's how much you get paid per 1,000 views. Now, what you want is for that RPM to be like close to $1. Like that's like elite, like $1 or above. So basically, it's like if I have a 100,000 view video, I get $100. If I get a 1,000,000 view video, I get 1,000. It's like that. It's pretty simple. But something that they do, okay, kind of rectifies them like paying you so much, is near the end of the month, or once you meet a certain like quota of posts. I think it used to be 60, now it's like 30. They start lowering your RPM. Now they lower it a lot slower than a lot of people would imagine they would. But it's like my RPM, it goes from like, wait, no, let me not spoil my RPM. Just know it's lower, okay? But like not lower to the point where it's like, man, why even post? But lower to the point where it's like, I'm definitely not getting like if I had a video hit like 1 million right now, I'd be so mad. Like a video that's like not like me reacting to someone's content. Like if I had an original video that like hits 1 million, I would be so mad, because I'd be like, man, why can't I save it to the beginning of the next month? But actually, I wouldn't be mad, because I still gotta spread my influence on the culture. But you know what I mean, though. Okay, so there's a lot less pressure on those TikToks. However, again, you got to keep posting. You got to stay in the algorithm, because again, that's how I got to where I am now. But the workload is really getting lighter for at least a couple days, because on my third account, I have 4 originality violations. Now, mind you, I don't know how I'm getting these violations. I'm still very confused. I found out earlier, because I used to have that problem with all accounts. It was because my captions like weren't unique. So like they'd be like, oh, it's the same caption, this means it's the same video, which is not, because everything with TikTok's automated. So like they don't really, like a person is not going through looking at your shit. So anyways, I started making like really unique titles. It works on my main account, works on my backup account, which obviously are good because they're my 2 biggest accounts. I think it's 500, close to like 520K, and then 100 something K. And then my backup account is on, my third account's at like 40K, which is very nice. However, I can't post on that account because, again, I have 4 originality violations. One expires on the 25th, though, and one is under review. Okay, so I'm hoping that review goes through and the one expires. So I'm essentially going to be at, yeah, that would put me at like 2 violations, which I'd find very manageable. I'm going to be really unique with comments there. Probably have some form of words on every screen. These things, I just don't want to deal with that problem, you know what I mean? Because even on the third account, like the third account still brings so much value. But until the 25th, or until the appeal goes through, whichever happens first, I only have to post 6 TikToks a day, which, woohoo, little rest for me made today a lot easier. But overall, bro, I can't be having this be a problem this consistently. Forgive me for looking to the side. I'm editing a video for my Lives account. Okay, let me use the term editing lightly. I don't really edit those too much, but like I'm getting stuff done with it right now. See, look, this is me grinding right now. You're seeing me mid-grind, but remember, my major problem right now, my sleep schedule. What is one to do about something like that? Like, before I could ever consider really getting back on it, because if I can just fall asleep by 12, man, by 12, wake up at 8, wake up at 9 even, all my problems will be solved. But before that, I think I'm really gonna have to stay up, get a good backlog going, so I can like actually actively work towards that sleeping schedule. Actually, do you know what might fix me? Oh my gosh, I forgot what I'm at on Twitch right now, but I think I'm close to 900. You know, and I've been climbing fast. Once I get to 1,000, I have a little marathon plan, and I don't know yet like what the big like goal of the marathon's gonna be, or like if it's just gonna be like a marathon, but I'm definitely gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done, and hopefully I can be streaming for a very, very, very long time. And last time it was like I went from like night until morning. This time I'd probably try to do morning until night, and that'll probably fix me right up, and it would also be very fun because I loved. When I streamed for 15 hours, bro, that shit was so fun. Something else I've been doing lately, eating healthy. Okay, I've been on a very, very strict diet. All right, like I've been getting Chipotle every day, but only specific ingredients from Chipotle. You know what I mean? Like even like kicking rice and beans to the side, like just straight meat and vegetables with sometimes a little bit of beans. Sometimes, I need a little bit of carbs to give me energy throughout the day, and I think that's valid. But anyways, because now mind you, I don't have like the ability to become some super rotund guy, but I was looking in the mirror, I was like, looking a little bit big. You know, Gracie Abrams would not be proud of me. So then I was like, let me just start eating right. And I start eating right, bro. I don't know, it's been a few days. I can already see myself shrinking. I love to see it, bro. It's the Nigerian genes within me. Like, once I can just lose weight ridiculously fast. Like, that was my problem with football. Like, it's just, if I forget to eat, I will lose so much immediately. But now it's like, even beyond that, like, I'm eating right. Like, I'm getting my cardio in, working out, eating protein. So it's like, I'm losing weight, but in the right way. Which, again, is actually pretty easy. Like, not even gonna lie to you. That's why some people were mad at that. Oh my gosh, this one dude, he made this comment on that video where I was like, it's easier to lose weight than to gain weight. And he was like, you can tell this dude has no strength. Like, he's weak as shit, because everyone knows losing weight and keeping your strength is so hard. And I was like, nigga, when did I ever mention gaining strength or like keeping strength? Like, that clearly wasn't what I was talking about. And it's like, I would tell you to, and I hate when people think like that this is some news. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you can just tell this guy's not strong. Bro, I would tell you to your face that I'm not strong. Bro, niggas be talking that bullshit so hard. Bro, they be wanting you to accept the propaganda that they're giving. I made this TikTok today, right? Actually, it wasn't today. It was yesterday on that third account, and someone got mad. Anytime I talk about ugly people, they always get mad at me. It happens here too, but basically I was talking about ugly people getting on like TikTok and complaining about, man, why is this happening in dating? Why are men like this now? Why are women like this? When really it's like they're just ugly. So it's like, of course you're gonna have that problem if you're unattractive. And when I say any sort of video that has any sort of controversy always starts like this. Okay, it always starts with like people being like, oh yeah, like this is true, ha 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 ha, But then like people sneak in, like they get a little insecure, and they're like, wait a minute, you're ugly. And it's like, no. Like, the whole point of the post was, I don't deal with uggo problems. An example I gave was men being like, oh yeah, women, they always ask you for money before you can even take them on a date. How horrible is this? I've never had a woman ask me for money, and I don't even consider that to be a flex. I just think that's like some normal shit. So I'm like, if you're dealing with a problem where you're talking to women where they want a down payment on you dating them, sounds like you might be in the chopped factory. And beyond all that, even, I know my track record. I've seen the people that I've been involved with. So I'm like, bro, I don't live the ugly life. And then some people love to throw out there, so they're like, oh, it's just because you're 6'6", they throw it out there, smack it down. Do you think people can tell I'm 6'6" when I'm sitting in this chair like this? When I'm recording a video in my bed, do you think people can tell? Now, mind you, some people, like, clearly, like, you look at my arms, I'm a lanky guy. Right, I'm a lanky guy, but there's no way you're like, oh, yep, that guy's definitely 6'6", especially if I'm sitting down, okay? And most of my romantic situations, like, especially recently, came from the internet, straight internet stuff. It's something about me. I've never been the guy to approach women in public. I've never been like known to do stuff like that. I've always been known to like, hey, like I'm getting checked out, and I kind of just don't do it. So if I'd understand more if it was an example where I'm like, oh yeah, every time I'm in person, I never get rejected, da 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 da, and then people are like, oh, it's because you're tall. More, I don't buy it, but more of a solid argument, okay? But for also, tall dudes get rejected all the time, man. Look, yes, tall is being like a good thing, but tall and chopped, you would absolutely get rejected. There's only a certain genre of women that are okay with dating tall and ugly men. But regardless of that, that's not my situation. You know why? Because a lot of this through internet, through little internet shenanigans. People seeing a picture telling me I'm leng. Okay, that's what they say when they're from the UK. Tell me I'm leng, whatever that. I think it's a compliment, but like leng. You just can't sit here and act like my height is the secret recipe for my success, because it's frankly not. Okay, now does it help? Absolutely. And then people are like, oh, but if you're 5'8", would you pull? Bro, here's the thing. For one, I will tell you this one instance. This girl told me I was a 10 out of 10, but if I was like 6 foot, I'd be 8 out of 10, which I feel like is decent. Okay, but anyways, say I'm 5'10", right? My entire, and this is why I never understand when people talk about like height. Like height is incorporated into your looks. Like, to be real, like if I had my head just like this on a 5'8" body, of course I would look chopped, because look, it's all about the proportions. It's like you're 5'8" as a man. I have a larger head than you. I have a longer face than you. So it would look absolutely fucking insane if my head was on a 5'8" body. And if my head was on a 5'8" body in proportion to that body, it like simply wouldn't look the same. Because if me being 6'6" is why like these are my dimensions. You know what I mean? Like it's a bit like you see like oh yep, I got long arms, long legs. Seeing someone who's 5'8" with long arm, they just don't look like that. So I've just never subscribed to that point at all. Like, oh, well, if your height was different. Well, if my height was different, a lot of things would be different. My entire life would be different. I'd probably be a different person personality-wise. That's what people used to tell me with football, too, in high school when I was getting recruited. They're like, you're just getting recruited because you're tall. And it's like, bro, not how it works. Like, now, for one, I had like 30 scholarship offers, right? Big Ten schools, SEC schools, like all from everywhere. It's like, yes, does me being tall help? Does it facilitate what I already have? Absolutely, with a shadow of a doubt. Okay? But there are plenty of people my height, even taller, who aren't getting scholarships to Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, etc., etc. You know why? Because they have nothing else other than their height. Okay? You know what I mean? Like the top of the top school. Like I'd understand. Like I'm like, if I was getting recruited by like these just like mid-major schools, which are perfectly fine by the way, but like just like, you know, more max schools, like because I'm from West Michigan, right? So let's say I was just getting recruited by Western Michigan. They're like, oh, they're only recruiting you because you're tall. Maybe I'll give you that one. But it's like, you can't tell me that Ohio State, of all people, Ohio State, bro, is simply like, oh, well, he's 6'6". Oh yeah, let's take him over. Same way, you can't tell me all these, you know, bad B words, all these attractive women are just like, oh, he's 6'6", I'm in there all the way. Nah, you know why? Because they have handsome options. So it's like, if I wasn't really that's always what I say. That's always what I say when like people like are like, oh, like, you know, look for like a rich person or, you know, tall person, because again, people do say that though. My thing is, attractive people have options where you can get someone who's rich, attractive, nice to you, all that, right? Like you don't have to limit yourself. So it's like the women that I have dealt with have access to tall, handsome, money, all that, right? So like what the fuck would they look like getting with a guy just because, oh, he's tall, but like I don't think he's that attractive? No, it's because my height is pivotal to my looks. Pivotal. We've seen chopped tall dudes. Are you telling me Boban Marjanovic has all the hoes? No. And honestly, no, you know you know, deadass, how like I can never take like someone on the internet talking about attractiveness seriously. You know what I mean? And even, bro, and look, sometimes they be firing on all cylinders, but there's too many times where they miss. Someone commented on one of my TikToks, right, that Offset was more attractive than Stephon Diggs. I'm not gonna show you pictures of them right now. I don't got time for all that. But like, look them up if you don't know who those people are. They said Offset is more attractive than Stephon Diggs. Had 500 likes. No one was disagreeing for real. So it's like, when I get those kind of comments, bro, I already know not to take them seriously, but I just get confused, really. Because for one, I'm like, why? I mean, I kind of know why. Like, I'm like, why are you trying to do this? And two, it's like, do you think this is going to work? Especially in a video like I made, I'm like already, you know, drawing the outlines of like, okay, I live the attractive experience. Now, mind you, I'm not in the video saying like, oh, I'm the baddest man alive, which a lot of people misconstrue. And that, I feel like that's why they be going for it. I mean, one dude, he was commenting, he was like, bro, you be here acting like you're Michael B. Jordan. Never said that. Never said that. I just know I'm a handsome man. I know I'm a good looking guy. And it's all it is, okay? I almost never take it further than that, you know, than other than just like, hey, like I'm handsome. But it's like, especially when I'm talking about the uggos, it's like they feel threatened, you know what I mean? Or like people who just like identify. That's why I always tell you, don't identify with ugly people. I have a video on here where it's like, bro, why it's okay for me to insult ugly people. But it's like, when you know you're attractive, people try to tear you down all the time. You see it happen to women all the time. All the time. Like I remember one time this girl got cheated on, right? And she was some white woman, right? But she was conventionally attractive, right? Like obviously white woman, so not my cup of tea, but like she was like, you could not say this girl was child. And she made this video. She was like, if you ever feel bad about getting cheated on, just know I've been cheated on and look at me. Which, like, again, she didn't say anything wrong. She was just like, hey, I can't believe I got cheated on because, you know, I look good. Like, that's the implication. As a matter of fact, she's trying to uplift people, right? But then people were hating on her relentlessly. That's why, bro, like, dudes were in there being like, oh, bro, she's a 3 out of 10, talking like she's a 9 out of 10. I'm like, bro, please. And when I take conventionally attractive, I mean, like, genuine, like, there's no debate. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to say, you can't say 3 out of 10. Okay, like that's how clear it was. It's like the longer I've been on the internet, like at first I was like, okay, maybe the person commenting this, they don't find me attractive. Okay, it's okay. Plenty of other people do. But it's like the more I see on the internet of the way people talk, I'm like, actually, they might actually genuinely be lying just for no reason. The real breaking point for me was when people started calling Zendaya chopped like every 2 weeks. I'm like, chopped? Really? Like, do we know the meaning of the word chopped? By the way, is this important for you? Okay, if you ever get weird about what someone's saying about your internet, because I remember I was talking to this girl and she was trying to get into her content creator bag. She was like posting, and then one day some dude commented that she was ugly. And when I tell you, this woman could not handle it for days. Like, she was losing her mind. She was like, oh my gosh, do I respond? Do I delete the comment? Do I do this? I'm like, bro, just ignore it. Like, it's fine. Like, bro, like people can say what they want to say. Like, it's fine. And for one, I'm like, I'm messing with you. Okay, so if you weren't attractive, trust me, I would not be around you. But two, it's like, bro, there's always going to be someone on the internet to say somebody that's conventionally attractive is ugly. That's what they do. That's why I've been explaining to you for like the past 5 minutes. So it's like, you genuinely cannot take it seriously, bro. Like, if you take it too seriously, you will lose your mind. Especially if you want to do stuff and be a creator on the internet. Like, people are just going to say what they're going to say. And bro, I want you to think to yourself, bro. I want you to think to yourself, okay, personally, I'm not really like this. Like, me personally, I think it's part of my autism. But have you ever been in an interaction with somebody and you over exaggerated what you felt like there was their negative quality? Like, for whatever reason, you're mad at this person and you think they're just a little bad looking and you call them like ugly as fuck or something. You think they can be a bit loud sometimes and you're like, you're the most annoying person to walk this earth. And the thing is, in general, most of you, again, unless you're like super autistic like me, most of you have. And I probably even have at some point in my life. But personally, the thing is, I try not to do that, because my thing is, I'm like, I feel like I have enough insults like within the truth where it's like, I don't I don't need to cap like that, bro. Sometimes if I'm not even that passionate about something, I'll avoid it. Like, I remember one time I was arguing on Twitter, this dude, I thought he was just kind of like mid looking. And the thing is, I'm like, okay, but I'm not going to call him mid though, because one, that's not insulting enough. Two, I have other material. And three, bro, everyone hates me on Twitter. If I get into a look off with anybody, dude, I don't know if y'all remember me posting that post a long time ago, but basically when I got into beef with that woman who ended up being like, she was chopped, okay? She was chopped. She was not good. And basically, I called her chopped. I called her big, because she was big. Kind of like big and chopped. I mentioned it. And then, like, there are people in the comments being like, well, she looks better than you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that's when I was like, bro, people hate my ass way too much. Because you cannot be serious. But again, it's little things like that tell you can't take what people say seriously. But anyways, you know what I mean? Like, people they'll just talk, bro, especially, bro, if they don't like you. So like that girl who took that mean comment personally, it's like, you can't do that. And plus, mind you, if you take every comment like that personally, people are going to keep going. Like, notice, like, if you follow me on TikTok, the gay comments come in waves. Like, oh my gosh, you're gay, da 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 da. Those come in waves when new people are seeing my content. But if I were to respond to every gay allegation very earnestly, like, what's wrong with you? How could you say this, da 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 da? I would get gay allegations every single post, because they'd be like, oh, I'm getting to bro, or oh, these people are getting to him, let me get to him more. Because again, people on the internet are horrible. Like, they literally, like, they love agitating people. The craziest development, how people are like, oh, haha, someone's mad, haha. They see someone being mad as a win, and it's like, bro, like, you're really just like happy about the fact that you're annoying me enough. Like, they take pride in being like the most annoying people, bro. That's how the internet is. But when people, like, again, they give me gay allegations and I'm playing into them, I'm like, oh, who knows, then they stop. Because when people don't care, all their fun is taken away. Now, the thing is, that's not a plot. It's like, I genuinely don't care about that. But the thing is, if there is something in the future that I genuinely do care about, and I give this, oh, well, I don't care mentality, what are they going to do? Keep poking me at something I clearly don't care about? Like, it's literally, bro, elementary school prepared you for your entire life. Because that's what people are like. I remember, I forgot, there's this one like child's thing where it was like, oh, like, the meanest thing you can say to somebody is so it's like someone insults you and you're like, so, and like they just keep going until they're like, oh my gosh, well, this person's not insulted, what do I do? Like, that works in your adult life, especially on social media. Again, I'd be beefing with people on Twitter, I'd be saying crazy stuff about their parents. There's one dude, he was like, bro, I don't care about my parents. I was like, oh man, I'm cooked. Like, there's nothing else I could do from them. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't take shit seriously regardless of how you actually feel about it. But the thing you have to remember, there's nothing to take seriously, bro. These people, they're hardly even people, bro. They're just, dead internet theory might truly be a thing, bro. I saw this video of the other girl, she said misogyny with that sound and not the j sound. Like, these people are insane, man. Like, what? What they do? You know, it's funny. This video, I know for a fact it's gonna be longer than I anticipated. I thought I was just gonna talk about my sleep deprivation, but now that I think about it, endless content. Endless content. What's it called? Content plug, I guess. I can always talk about my recent TikToks and the reception to them. That's that's actually a really good idea. Now, mind you, I won't do that every time, but if I'm in a situation where like I'm in a bind, I need to talk about something. I think that definitely works, you know, especially if I'm gonna be posting daily here. So yeah, that's fire. But I'm tired, bro. I'm real tired, man. Dude, this sleep thing is killing me. Like, cause again, like, you know how they say like having an inconsistent. Do I have bags under my eyes? Oh no. You know how they say having like a really consistent sleep schedule can like really like fuck you up. That's me. Except it's consistent, but now it's consistently bad. You know what I mean? Like waking up at 2 a.m. I mean 2 p.m. It's not the move, bro. Especially I want to get these YouTube videos out by 3. What am I thinking? Oh, but by the way, making a lot of health progress. I've been drinking normal water. By the way, this tastes disgusting to me. I'm a big flavored zero sugar flavored water type of guy. Disgusting. Tastes like I'm drinking someone else's saliva. You know what someone told me? Someone told me they're like, oh well, if you don't like water, you just don't like what your mouth tastes like because it tastes like your mouth. No, I taste my mouth. I taste my mouth all day. I'm doing it right now. Okay, water is something else. Okay, that's gross. It's nasty. But I've been drinking a lot more along with my diet. I've been, you know, taking care of my skin, wearing sunscreen when I go outside, putting on my aloe vera, putting on retinol. What have I been putting in my hair? Putting stuff in my hair too. Actually, okay, mind you, this is before I've done like my hair for today. So don't get to it. Like this is not like my hairstyle. It looks a lot better like once I actually like do stuff to it. But I mean like for the health of my hair is getting healthy. So it's like I feel something coming, bro. Something's brewing. Okay, like handsomeness wise, like I already. And again, like I told you, I'm on my face thinning out, body, body T, bro. I'm so ready. Like society simply isn't ready. Okay, but I think that's the video for today. State of affairs. This is kind of one long state of affairs. Dude, I gotta get this sleeping shit together, bro. Because the thing is, it really does also have my mind all over the place. Like when I was waking up at, again, like I'd wake up at like 9 or something, right? 9, maybe even 10. I felt like much clearer. I'm like, okay, TikToks, YouTube by 3. Like even if I was a little late with the YouTube, my mind was clear. Right now, my mind feels all over the place. I don't know if you can tell by how I'm yapping or if I'm keeping it together fairly well, but bro, my mind is completely scattered. All right, but I'm still grinding. I'm still going, still getting this money. Oh yeah, something I want to say about the RPM is I'm not tripping about it because I've already met my monetary goals. You know, exceeded them as a matter of fact. So I'm really not tripping about bringing that in. Okay, but the next step, brand deals. Get a couple going because that'll bring in even more money. Which again has just been stuff I'm sitting on, especially now. I feel like I'm into the swing of things. Like even though, like again, I'm off schedule, I'm still posting what I need to post. I'm still getting my required TikToks out. I'm still getting my daily YouTube video in, and I'm still streaming for oftentimes like 6 hours. Like I'm really getting it in. Okay, really getting official around here. I'm loving it, bro. I'm loving. And it's just like it's nice that near the end of the month I can start to relax a little bit. You know, not have to put too much pressure on myself. Like, oh man, each video has to hit after hit after hit. Especially, I mean, importantly, like on TikTok. But it's like I like it. It's like I ramp up, and then like it's kind of like a cool down period. Now, mind you, I'm not easing up because I told you guys, I'm not easing up. Like as far as like general workload, but it's like mentally just knowing that my RPM is lower. It's kind of like weight off my shoulder. Because also that's not in my control either. Like there's nothing I can do about my RPM for real, especially like once I get past the point of however much I need. But anyways, enough of that. I am starving. Okay, it's like 5:48. I'm gonna try to start my stream by 7, man. But man, I don't know. Definitely by 8, I assume. But yeah, and I'm gonna remember to put all that in the description. I gotta do cardio, get my food, come back. Dang, and see, and that's the problem. Is that when my day starts so late like this, I don't have time to actually like, you know, pump that iron. But as long as I get my cardio in, I'm fine with myself. You know what I'm saying? Okay, actually, there's one more thing I want to talk about. Okay, I'm seeing if I can do like this like little part in like one take. Basically, this woman like DM'd me on like one of my TikTok accounts, and she was like, "Hey, like you know, I'm kind of getting threats for like a video I made, and you stitched the video, so it's kind of bringing this negative attention to my page. Can you delete it?" And I'm like, no. What are you talking about? For one, now you're trying to mess my money up. And two, the thing she said, I'm not going to take what she said because I don't want people going through finding the video, finding out who I'm talking about. But she said something like very bad. Like it was like straight up like negative. You know, and it was like towards men, like as you can imagine. It was very mean, negative thing to say. And she's in my DMs like, well, actually, whoops, there was more context about it. Like I didn't mean anything like that. Like, you know, it was misconstrued in this way, but I meant it in this particular way when this particular things happened, this, da, 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 da. But I'm saying, like, what she said in the video was very blatant. It's like, she said a sentence where it's like, even Even if the context she gave was there, it would still be a questionable thing to say. So my thing is, when you're, and I know more than anybody, when you're a creator on any sort of app, or when you create on any sort of app, you have to watch what you say. Okay, if something's a joke, if it's half satirical, anything like that, you need a rule I always make with myself is I'm like, okay, if I make this joke, I'm gonna have to defend it as if everyone takes it literally, because some people are dumb and can't tell when I'm like making a joke. Okay, so if I make a joke and then someone like pulls up on me, and then like I'm like I can't be in a situation where I have to be like, oh well, it was a joke, because then people are like, no, it wasn't a joke, da da da. I have to be able to defend it as if my life depends on it. And if I can't do that, then I don't make the joke. I don't make the little pun or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I remember one time, like, I almost made a non-binary joke. Okay, I had to ask a non-binary person before I made it, and they're like, nope, definitely don't make that. So I was like, okay, cool. But it's like, when you say something, especially when you say something that's very, again, it was hostile towards men. If you make a hostile statement, men are going to respond in hostile ways, or just people in general are going to respond in hostile ways. Now, mind you, that does not warrant any sort of doxing, any sort of threats. Like, I don't think anybody should do that. Like, people constantly ask me, hey, can you tag the people that you stitch? I want to let them know how I feel. And I'm like, no. No, I'm not doing that, because I just don't think any of it is that deep. Like, I don't think anything is worth threats or anything like that. So coming to me as if it's my fault, because she was like, oh, they can like see like my profile, like they can see my name, and it's like, okay, I didn't add you though. You know what I mean? Like, I just screen recorded her video, but it's like, if you can't stand on a video you made, then don't make the video. Like, I feel like it's quite simple. Like, I don't see what's hard to understand about that. And again, this is why, like, again, me and one of my friends talk about all the time, a lot of people couldn't handle being a creator, because it's like, the second your foot get, like, again, I've been doxxed before, I've gotten all sorts of threats before. When your feet are to the fire, you can't tuck your tail between your legs and run away. No, like, you have to be like, okay, this is something I said, and I'm living with it. Okay, I'm standing on what I said. And if you can't do that, then this is not the place for you. This is not your type of career. But anyways, no state of affairs. This is like one long state of affairs. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I have no idea what I'm going to call this video, bro, because I've been talking about so many different things. Like, comment, subscribe, everything I have to say. I'm so sorry. And I love you. Okay, have a great day, night, evening, morning.